Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is how I fucking look today. First of all, before anything, the outfit that I'm going to wear again. Exactly like this. So please compliment me. Before I go any further with anything, with the story time and anything, go to the comment section and say, oh my goodness, Norma, you look so gorgeous. We've never seen someone who looks gorgeous as you do right now, okay? Okay, let me wait for my food because... I ordered food on the way home because I want to sit down, give you guys the story time while I enjoy food, okay? And I thought I was gonna wait for my food to come so that I can do the story time while eating, like some sort of like story time mukbang type of vibe, okay? I can't, guys, I can't. My food will get here when it gets here and I'll continue with the story. I'll get my food and then I'll continue with the story. As you see me, anyways, let me first say, Moloni guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. I have 60 something subscribers. Thank you very much. Actually, I was actually wondering, Obana, Norma, since you're not filming, what are you going to post? Because these subscribers are not gonna grow if you don't post, okay? So this, I don't know. I think today was good for my YouTube career because now I have a video, like a story time video to share to you guys. Do you see how beautiful I look? You see this makeup? You see this outfit? This outfit is new. Yeah. These rings, brand new. This bracelet, brand new, okay? Yes, brand new. Why? Because today I was supposed to go on a date. Today. I look like this because I was supposed to go on a date, on a beach vibe date, and like have a wonderful time, come back home, maybe have 2 hours to rest and then go to work, okay? Because I'm working at midnight today. I'm clocking at midnight today, okay? So usually, me being me, because I love to sleep, people who know me know that I'll do anything to get a good 12 hours of sleep in one go. Like, I don't want to wake up, okay? So if it was a normal day, if it was just my friends saying, Norma, let's go out for lunch, let's go out for dinner, I was gonna say, no guys, I can't, because at midnight I have to go to work. So during the day I have to relax. Actually, I have to rest my body. But because this man from the UK said, come on a date with me, I said, yes, I will wake up. I will wake up very early and get ready and put on makeup and come to see you. Only to dog me. I was dogged today. Come in, Salamans. It's man, Patilina Mans. You. First of all, I just want to say the nice thing about being an adult, full-grown 26-year-old, I'm turning 26 in July, is that you make your own choices. No one forces you to do anything. No one puts a gun in your head to say do this or that. Whatever people may say, opinions or whatever they say or suggest, you're not forced to take their advice or their suggestion or whatever. You make your own choices. So the sad thing about all of this is that the idea The idea, I can't even go back to say, you, Yonela, you're the one that said I must go. You, Sis Novnega, you're the one that said I must go. You, Za, I can't. I don't have anyone to blame but me. But me, I feel like I disappointed myself. Oh my goodness. Okay, actually, let me get into the story. So, no judgments, okay, guys. Nobody must judge me, whatever. Please, okay? So, let me start from the beginning. I downloaded Hinge about 6 weeks ago. 2 months, let me say 6 weeks ago. I downloaded Hinge. I was on Hinge and then I was matching with these people, but I felt like the vibes were not vibing and I just got annoyed like while speaking to one other man. I was like, this is actually annoying. And then within a week of downloading Hinge, I deleted Hinge again and I don't like have any guy on my actual contact list from Hinge that I was speaking to. So it was like I never had Hinge, okay? It was like I never had Hinge. For someone who doesn't know Hinge is a dating site. Stay away from dating sites. Rule number 1, okay? So again, I don't know when I decided to download Hinge again. Today is Friday. The date is, I want to remember this date. Today is Friday. It is the 11th of March today. It is the 11th of March. It is of April. It is the 11th of April. The date is the 11th. And the time, I want you to keep in mind the time. The time is 4 p.m. I want you to keep in mind the time while I tell the story. So I downloaded Hinge again about a week ago from now, after about 5 weeks of deleting it and not having it when I had initially gotten it. So I download Hinge again. I'm like, you know what? Let me download Hinge again. I download Hinge again and I match with a couple of cute guys, like handsome man. And then I matched with this one specifically. It was very straight to the point, and I was like, yeah, this is what I want. Like, I don't want beating around the bush and like honestly speaking nonsense, talking nonsense. His name is Robert. This is where I should have known. What was I thinking? Robert. I was emotionally downcast. I was blinded. I was blinded by something. This man's name is Robert. I matched with Robert and he's very straightforward to the point. I look at his pictures. Oh my goodness, Robert looks good. He's bulky. Robert goes to the gym and Robert lifts weights. Okay, so I'm like, yeah, clock it. And then Robert texts me like, this was the beginning of the week, right when I had just gotten Hinge again, and he says, he texts me like, hey gorgeous. Oh my goodness, he's very like, he's a sweet talker. He's like, hey gorgeous. And he gets straight to the point, when can we meet? I would love, oh, here's my food actually. Hello? Thank you very much. My food is coming up, so okay. He says, hi gorgeous, when can we meet? I'd love to meet with you, and all of that. And I'm like, yes, Robert, that's what I want. He says, when are you free? I give him the dates that I'm off of work, and he's like, let's do Friday, 3 p.m. I said, yes, Robert, that's perfect for me. Knowing that Friday on the 11th, I have work at midnight, but I still say yes to Robert because I'm like, Norma, come on, do something. Like, get out of this funk of always wanting to be in your room and in your bed. Come on, girl, clock it. So I say yes to Robert, and then we don't like text. I gave him his number. He says, can you please give me your number? I gave him my WhatsApp number, and he texts me, hi Norma, this is Robert. And then like he sends me a link of a place and like Basically says, I actually still have that message because that, like, I deleted the other messages like completely. Like, I should have known something was very fishy from the beginning. I just want to read you guys the exact message that he sent me when I first got it. I gave him his number, like the first, oh, it's on this phone. But it's basically like, hi gorgeous, can't wait to meet you, da, 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 da. Tell me when you're free, da, 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 and all of that, da, da, da. And then he sends me like a link of this place that we're apparently supposed to meet at, and apparently it's his private villa. It's his private villa with a private beach and all of that. Let me go grab my food. That was my food. I'm back, guys. Just a taste of home. I was like, after all this, I deserve to feel like a taste of home, like familiar. Let me quickly show you what I got, guys. So it's a meaty pizza, like a triple decker, and I got myself wings as well. I got wings and a can of Coke. So let's get into the story. Okay, he sends me a link of the villa, da, 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 and then he sends me a VN. But at this point, I'm on my way to work, so I tried to play the VN, but I can't hear what he's saying. So I just sent him a text, like, hi, I cannot hear a thing that you're saying. I will text you like when I get off work, like 8 hours late. Okay, and he says, perfect, no problem. And then he texts what he's saying. He says, just to confirm when we're meeting. And then he sends me a picture of this private villa and all of that. And I'm like, okay, good. And then we literally just come together and agree on Friday at 3 p.m. And then that's it. We don't say anything, no, how is work and all of that. Like, no flirting in this. No flirting took place except for being called gorgeous on those random texts when he was confirming like our date, our meeting. No flirting, lovey-dovey, nothing. And I'm like, well, this is good. That's what I thought. He texted me yesterday again on the 10th, which was Thursday, and I just got off work. So I see his text. He says, just to confirm tomorrow, we're still up to meet. Hi, good morning, gorgeous. Just to confirm tomorrow, we're still up to meet. We're still meeting at 3 p.m. I'm like, yes, Rob, we're still on, of course. He texts me again today. Hi, gorgeous. How did you sleep? Do you feel well rested? We're still on for today, 3 p.m., right? I'm like, yes, because this is what I like. Because sometimes men will put a date to, like, we'll set up a date to meet with you and then say nothing on the day before. Like, am I supposed to go install this here, or we're not going on this date? Like, literally, like, confirm on the day before so that I know I must go and install this week, you know? And in the morning, on the day of the meeting, text me in the very morning so that I know I can wake up 5 hours before so that I can prepare for this date, okay? So that's what I was like, I like this. So like, I don't have to like text him and ask, are we still on? Like, he's making the effort to text me, you know, to find out from me if we're still on. So Sibesi say on, I ask him, are you picking me up? He says, no, I don't have a car. I'm like, okay, private villa, no car. It doesn't make sense. But I'm like, okay. And then I start to think, is this guy a tourist? Because his number is a number from the UK. Is he like in Dubai for work? Like, maybe he's renting out the private villa. He's in Dubai for work, so that's why he doesn't have a car and that. Like, what is going on? I'm like, anyways, let me go, okay? Let me just go. It's fine. He doesn't offer to send me a car. Oh, no, ma. Oh, it doesn't declare, guys. Take a bite, guys. At least ngiyatya. As I was saying, he doesn't offer to send me a car. And I'm like, okay. And his place is like 30 minutes away from where I stay. So I'm like, okay, this is a lot of money that I'm going to have to pay for the taxi. But you know what? Okay, it's fine. I go on. I grab myself a taxi, a Tesla. That is a black Tesla. To this man's place. He says, send me your location so that I anticipate you arriving, so that I can, like, you know, so that I don't have to, like, by the gate of the villa and say, yeah, how do I say to the security? He's not answering his phone because he doesn't know where I'm at, and all of that. So I'm like, okay, this is good. So he wants to know my live location so that when I'm near, he can, you know, be ready to come out and meet me outside so that I don't have to knock on his door and all of that. Shut up. Yeah, me judgmental, great. You guys are very judgmental. Shut up. Wait for me to finish, okay? So I send him my live location, and then, yeah, I tell him I just left my place. He's like, good, Krios, I'll see you in 30 minutes. So I tell he sees that I'm actually 30 minutes away. So, Krios, we'll see you in 30 minutes, fine. I go in a black Tesla to this man's place. I text him, I'm outside. He comes. He's like, okay, I'm coming. He comes outside. Great. What was the first thing this said to me now? Hi. And then we hug. He's very buff. He's actually so much taller in real life. I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, clock that. He's very tall in real life. I was like, yeah, clock that. I'm looking at him like this. And if you know me personally, you know that I'm very tall. I'm a tall girl. Like, and also I just don't like to compromise on height when it comes to dating. I used to, I was young, I was dumb, but I just don't want to do it anymore, okay? I don't want to do it. I just don't want to compromise when it comes to height. So I'm like, clock that, love that height. It's like, hi, oh my God, we hug. I'm like, yeah. Mind you, I bathe the bathile, spray, and body mist, so I smell good, and I put on some body oil, so I'm just shine, man. The grind, the onion. And he tells me, where you from? You from Kenya? Because I look Kenyan. I'm like, no, I'm from South Africa. He's like, oh my God. Because you see, we hadn't had those conversations on the phone. So all of this is like, oh, he still has to ask me where I'm from. I still have to ask him where he's from and all of that. So he asked me, yeah, you from Kenya? I'm like, no, I'm from South Africa. He's like, and he says, why we're still outside? And 360. He says, just to get this off the table, if this doesn't concern you, please don't take any offense. Just say yes or no, and then we get over and done with. I really have to do this security check because, you know, this is Dubai. Everybody comes to Dubai to make money. Like, yeah, he's speaking very quickly. But luckily I can hear him. I have big ears, like I can hear him. Like, I'm just like, get on to the question, like, what do you want to ask me? I start getting tense because I feel like, what is this security question, like, outside of your house? Like I was like, does he want to search me down? It says security check. He says security check. He doesn't say security question. I'm like, what is this now? Like, do you want to search me? Do you want to check my bag? What do I have on my bag? Like, I start to feel uneasy. I'm like, on the question, I'm like, yes, it's fine, Rob, come on. What is the question? He says, just so you know, there's no gifts involved in this, no money exchange, sex and money exchange and gifts exchange. I'm like, well, damn, no, I'm not expecting any money from you and all of that, no. And he says, well, yeah, good. What do you do for a living? I tell him what I do. He's like, well, perfect. Yeah, that's good. Well, you know what? I just wanted to get that off the way. I'm like, okay. And then he tells me again, and then he holds my hand, and then he leads the way inside the villa. And it's actually a villa, guys. And this man said he has no car. His garage is open, and cookie Porsche, net G-Wagon. There's a Porsche Cayenne, and a G-Wagon, and there's two BMWs standing outside, two different BMWs standing like outside, like they're visiting. He said to me he doesn't have a car, he can't pick me up. That's what he said. And then he leads the way to the side gate, like to basically access the house from the like private beach side, like from the outside. And then he closes the gate. I'm feeling very uneasy, like while I stand, Dime. And I'm like, and he's like, while he's walking, oh, what made me to stand is because he said, so there's like a couple of friends inside, da, da, da. I'm like, there's friends, you have friends inside? Like, there's people, you have friends over? He's like, yeah, is that a problem? Oh, you seem very uneasy. You seem very frustrated. Do you want to go home? Do you want to cancel? Do you want to go home? I'm like, okay, first of all, I'm shocked. Like, I'm getting an ultimatum. I'm being given an ultimatum. Mind you, there's nothing that I've skipped with this scenario from the first moment this man came out of his door to greet me. So we've literally spoken for 5 minutes, or like approximately between 5 to 10 minutes, and he's already asking me if I want to go home. How am I going to get because I seem very uncomfortable and very uneasy and very tense. So do I want to go home? Do I want to cancel? Just because he says he has his friends over. Like right away, in his mind, that was the first thing to ask me. Do you want to go home? Like, you don't make effort to make me feel comfortable and all of that. To kind of like, okay, do you first want to like go for a walk so we can have like a nice conversation just to calm you down? If I'm like, after, like, first of all, don't you think someone would be uptight if they were asked if are you a prostitute or not? So basically that was the question he was asking. Are you a prostitute or not? And right after he asked me that question, do you want to go? Do you want to cancel? Do you want to go home? Do you want to stay? I take out my phone and I call a cab. That's how the iPhone 8. And I was like this. And I was like, that is very harsh of you. Like, you don't even want to, if you see that I'm uptight and very uncomfortable, you don't want to make effort to make me feel comfortable. And he's like, well, you seem very conservative. I don't think you're gonna, I don't see what's the big deal with me having friends. First of all, this man doesn't say, yes, I have like a couple of friends over. I have like 4 friends over. When I ask him, do you have friends over? And he doesn't say yes. He doesn't go on to explain that, yeah, they just got here this morning, actually, no. He just says, do you want to go home? That makes you uncomfortable. Do you want to go home? Do you want to go home? I was kicked out. I was not even inside the house yet. And I was kicked out. In his mind, he doesn't know that my cab is actually on the way. And now it's 5 minutes away. Because I'm like, oh my God. And I'm like, well, what was your plan for us today? And he goes on to say, well, just to chill and get to know each other, da da da. And I'm like, but you have your friends over and you didn't like bother to tell me. And now my mind starts to come back, and I'm like, actually, you know what? Let me give this man a piece of my mind, because first of all, that interrogation before I got inside his yard was very unnecessary and very rude, and I hate it. And that was very stereotypical of him and very like, and then I go on to say, well, yeah, because this is very uncomfortable for me. Honestly, I wish you could have asked me all these questions before I came here. Then I would have had a fair chance to make a decision whether I wanted to meet you or not. This is very disappointing and very uncomfortable for me. And actually, yes, I do want to go home. He goes on to say, well, this is very disappointing for me as well. I'm like, what's disappointing on your side? He says, because I thought you were going to be more like open-minded, but you seem very conservative and uptight. I'm like, these men don't know what they want. Because first of all, he interrogated me outside to find out if I'm a prostitute or not, and said that he was happy that I'm not a prostitute. And now he tells me that I'm too conservative. Pick one, bitch. Pick one. He says I'm uptight and very conservative. What were you actually looking for? Did you want me to say, yes, I'm a prostitute? Would that have been better for you? Okay. I proceed to go outside. This man opens his gate. We were literally just in front of the gate. We had not moved in front of the gate. He just had closed it. He opens the gate and I'm like, yeah, I'm a little way. And I tell him, yes, you're coming with me outside to wait for this cab. Like, I'm not gonna stand outside in a villa, in this like gated community villa or whatever, like I'm outside alone waiting for a cab. I'm like, you're coming to stand outside with me. And he does come to stand outside with me. And then while I'm outside of his house, while I'm at the sight of other people, because now other people can see me, I began to give him a piece of my mind. I'm like, actually, do you know what you were looking for? What were you expecting? What were you expecting? I'm like, you're not a gentleman at all. Like, this experience was very unpleasant for me. I really did put a lot of effort to actually meet this guy. Like, I tell him I put a lot of effort to come see you, and you're just a very shitty person. I told him this verbatim. It was like, you're very shitty person, and I just wish to never see you again. And by this time the cab is coming. I just wish to never see you again. Hopefully, honestly, nothing goes well for you in your life. Da, 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 da. And he continues to say, I hope I never see you again. Don't ever come here again. I'm like, what am I gonna come and do? You telling me? I'm like, what am I gonna come here and do? And I'm like, shut up. I tell him, fuck up. I say, shut up. And he opens the door for me. Fine enough, I'm like, this is so funny. Like, you really want me to be out of your face. Like, you're running in front of me to open this cab door for me so that I can get out of your face. And then he slams the door, and before he slams the door, I'm like, shut up. And then he says, now shut up, you two. That was the last conversation I had with him. And I was there at exactly 3 p.m. because this man said to me, please don't be late. Put into consideration the Dubai traffic when you leave your house. And I was like, actually, this man is right, because I am a latecomer. I will arrive really late. And I was like, this is teaching me something. I was like, I'm not gonna be late, Rob. You can count on me. And I was not late. And I said, keep in mind 4 p.m. And as you can see, I was back at home at exactly 4 p.m. And the way from this man's house is 30 minutes. So you can make your calculations. I was there for like 10 minutes and we had this altercation. And the date ended before it even started. I was thrown out of that man's villa before I even entered. What I found out when I got there is that this man actually has a car. He just didn't want to pick me up. In the morning when I woke up, I went back to Hinge to just look at our chats, just to find out what we've spoken, like what words had we exchanged. And I couldn't find this man on my matches. This man unmatched me to lose me on Hinge, even before I met him. And then he continues to say, yesterday he didn't get my response because my message was not appearing, and he sends me a screenshot of our chats, and he has that thing where he sets like disappearing messages after a while. So I'm like, when I see his screenshots, there's no conversation like between me and him. There's no chats. So he has disappearing chats, like disappearing conversation chats settings on. That is when things should have started being suspicious for me. But Un poco loco. Un poco loco. My mind doesn't want to work. I want to shut my mind sometimes. And then apparently while I was standing there giving him a piece of my mind and we were waiting for the cab and this man was keeping his mouth shut on his phone, he was busy deleting our chats from this morning, from today. So when I get on the car, because I wanted to give him even more, I sent him a text. I said, I hope you die of cancer. And it wasn't. And I look at our messages, all his messages from today are deleted. Deleted. And he already blocked me before I even got inside the car. Now let's rewind. Go on. Why did I go to this man's house on a first date? Yeah, I asked myself the same question. I don't know. Maybe when I had private villa, I thought I don't know. I don't know what I thought. I don't know. It didn't click to me in my head that this man is calling me to come to his house on a first date. Because usually, knowing myself, I would be like, no, I'm not going to meet you at your house on our first date. Then like things would have came out at an earlier stage. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I was thinking about this on the way back. I was like, actually, why did I go straight to this man's place on our first date after having no actual conversation of how his life is like, what he does for work and all of this on the phone, and I straight to his place? I don't know, guys. I was blindsided. I think today had to happen, like, to give me, I needed closure for men. Like, the thing between me and men was very unsteady, like undecisive, and just in between, very gray line between me and men. But now I got my closure. Like, I got my reason now to never leave this bed, this room, this apartment. I'm never leaving it again. I'm never leaving it again. Men have officially made their exit, like Mina. Men have made an official exit when it comes to me. Okay? So if you're my friend, if you're my family, if you're somebody that knows me, just know to never ask me again why I'm not dating, why I don't have a boyfriend, when will I have a boyfriend, why I'm not giving men a chance. I've made a conscious decision to never do that again. I'll never speak to a man like that again. I'll never speak to a man like that again. Okay? Are we clear? I will never be on those apps ever again. I don't want to be on those apps. I spoke with friends of mine about this and we were actually like, no, it's better to meet someone like authentically and have like that reaction and have something to tell your kids one day than to meet a man on a dating app. And even after all that conversation, I went behind their backs and downloaded this Hinge app again. So that's what I get. That's what I get. That is exactly what I get. I do want to say that I think this man actually wanted a prostitute. He just doesn't want to get his name dirty because he didn't have any of that, like on the chats. He didn't indicate any of that kind of like vibe on the chats. As I've said, that we didn't have any chats. And the way he asked me was to like keep his name out of it, like to keep his name clean. Because I think he asked me, I don't know, I think there's a word for it in English. He asked me like backwards. I don't know how to say it. Like he asked me like, this is where you know that my vocabulary is like this. It's like of a chicken. But yeah, he asked me in a way that this wouldn't come back to bite him in the ass. This wouldn't come back to him because he didn't say he wants a prostitute. Because believe me or not, I think if I had said, well, yes, what am I here for if you're not offering gifts and money? If I had said that, he would have said, yeah, we're on the same page, babe. Yeah, come on. Let's get those rounds and then you go home and I give you a little bit of cash. Yeah, I know dating sites are horrible now, because on the way there, a friend of mine was saying that she actually like had she matched with this white guy, and he said he asked her the same question, that are you not a prostitute? Like basically, even though he didn't say it like that, but basically asked her that are you not a prostitute? Because girls are prostitutes in Dubai, and I was like, oh my god, I hope this is not the situation for me. I put so much effort to actually go on this date and meet this man. That's what I was saying to my friend, and we're like, hopefully it's not. And she was like, just go and enjoy yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, just come home. And that's exactly what happened. Yeah. I think that was a conviction from God as well, because I've been praying for a lot of things. Like I've been praying for a lot of things, and all these things that I've been praying for, azihambelani nale nto bendiyenza namhlanje. Azihambelani nale nto bendiyenza namhlanje. So I was definitely being convicted by God, and yeah, I'm set. If that was God telling me to sit down, I'm definitely set. And ngiphumile estradeni and ngiphumile nje into edibene nabafana angeke nje mina. I was feeling very horrible on my way home, and I was just texting my sister and my friend Janela, and I was just like, I don't know what just happened. Me and my sister were actually on the chatting when I was getting ready, and I was like, actually, I don't want to tell you this because you get excited when I tell you I go on a date. I'm glad that I told her though, because if I had not told anyone that I was going on a date, I was going to be ashamed to share this. I was going to be ashamed to share this, and I was going to keep it inside me, and it was going to eat me, and I was going to think that something is wrong with me. Nothing is wrong with me, as you can see. Nothing is wrong with me. Anyways, guys, that just sums up dating life in Dubai and dating life in general when it comes to me. So this is the last time you'll ever hear about a man when it comes to me. So please refrain from asking me about a man. This is for my family and friends. Yes. You. Talking to you. Refrain from asking me about a man. I am not with that anymore. I am with A&T. I don't know what that says, but anyways, guys, let me eat, take this face bit off, and get to bed, get to actual resting, because I'm going to work. Yeah, guys, bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed my story time. This is not fiction, by the way. This was my real life. This was today. This was literally an hour ago. It's fresh like that. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I'm just gonna eat now, get to bed and sleep. I love you very much. Please continue liking, subscribe, please subscribe. Love you guys.